Oh, our Stephen, love. He's always been a bit of a cheeky chappy, our Stephen. A troublemaker, we'd say, a troublemaker. I'll tell you what, I remember him when he was a little babby. When he was a babby, he'd bite my nipples so hard that he'd be sucking more blood than milk. Yeah, he's a cheeky chappy. Even at that age, cheeky chappy. And we've always said, Stephen, we've said he wouldn't harm a fly. He wouldn't harm a fly. We didn't know at that stage what he would go on to do. I'll tell you another story about our Stephen. I remember, how old was he? He must have been, how old was he, Phil? He would have been about 13 at this time. A wee little lad, not very muscly like the others. But I'd say about our Stephen, he went out, and he went out, he went out in the afternoon, and he said he was just going off with some pals. And I thought, that's strange. He didn't have any pals. No. It's strange, kind of strange. And he was away for about maybe 2 or 3 hours, and he came back. He came back with a couple of dead birds. And I said to him, Stephen lad, I hope those birds were dead when you found them. And I don't think they weren't. I don't think they were. No. He's a cheeky chappy. No, he's a cheeky chappy. He's always been a cheeky chappy. Yeah, he was a quite disturbed child, our Stephen, really, when you think about it. Don't think about it too much, obviously. Don't think about it too much, considering what's happened. There was another occasion I remember. How old was he this time? He would have been about, he was in his 20s. He was in his 20s, love. And what happened is he'd beaten his wife. He'd beaten his wife, his ex-wife now. And he came back to me. He came back home with his washing. And he said, you wash this up for me. And I said to him, Stephen, you got to wash it. You can wash your own clothes. Stephen, you can wash your own clothes. And he said, no, you wash them for me. You wash them for me. You gave birth to me, you wash my clothing, he said. Oh, he's always been he's a cheeky chappy. He's been a cheeky chappy his whole life. No harm done with Stephen, no harm done really. Nothing to, no harm done. No harm done with our Stephen. I can remember it like yesterday. I visited him in prison. He was in there for battery and rape. And I said, Stephen, the guards have been telling me that you're trying to stab somebody. And I said, you can't do that, Stephen. You can't be doing that in here. You're already in here for some serious crimes, but you can't be stabbing people in here. And he told me, I said, you can't do that. And he told me, he said, I'll do what I want, Mum. I'll do what I want. And I said, well, that's just Stephen, isn't it? He's a cheeky chappy. He's a cheeky chappy. He's always been a cheeky chappy.